This fan is about 8 foot at this point. Ceiling is 9 foot 4 from the floor. So I'm working over the worktop units, and whenever you're drilling anything like this, make sure you've got a comfortable height to work at. So when this was drilled out, it was drilled out on a pair of steps sat side on to the worktops. This worktop's just over 2 foot, so do not forget the comfortable footing drilling through this, coring out. So good tip is the depth of this worktop is 2.5 foot. So notice how I've got my steps facing in, plank on the steps, sheets, piece of plyboard, short piece of plank, obviously. Now if you need any more height, you could just pop another plank underneath. If a plank wasn't wide enough, just use a Youngman board. So that will give you reasonable height. You can always adjust it, and then you'll be able to work properly without messing around on a pair of steps wrong. So when I came originally to do this, all I was asked to do was fill this up. But when I came around this point, centre, there was a water line, water all the way down, and a puddle of water on the worktop behind pots and things. So when I came to move those, that's when it was found. So straight away I opened it up. So simple, one screw underneath, remove this, yeah. This is isolated, it's switched off. Just gently remove it. Lay that down. Okay, so we'll have a closer look. When this was cored out, it was cored out so that it was sloping in. Yeah, any water was being blown down, and really it didn't have to be blown very much. It had a fall coming into the house. So took the fan off, and there's no signs of any moisture, any water that's stained running. This is a little bit of foam, tape, just a bit of a draft excluder. So that's all dry there. You can see where the fan sits in, and see that there, water stain. So down there, it's a little bit damp, but not too bad. But that water isn't coming past there. So this is on more or less a northwesterly facing wall, so a lot of wind, a lot of rain. Probably could do with a slatted flapper vent, that one. But yeah, so basically what I had to do was remove the tube, took all that off the end, then with my hammer drill I had to widen all the way around to bring this up. When I glued that on the end, I only put adhesive around and left a little bit at the bottom, so if any water does collect, it can go back out. So anything that is going to get blown in on a stormy day won't be able to track all the way inside. So that's obviously working there. But if the customer wants one of the flapper vents on the outside, then yeah, they can opt for that. But they can be very noisy and irritating. But yeah, that's okay. That's not come past. There's a bit of dust just there, so that's good. Pop my spirit level in there and just see that bubble. If I lift it up at the ventilation end, so drop it back down, so there is a fall going out. That's good. Only slight, but that's enough. Like I say, using my Bosch hammer drill, chisel, I was able to just remove the brick from above, lay a sheet right the way through, so it's draping the other side and out this side, and then just stuff a sheet into the cavity. Make sure nothing falls down. So then, yeah, I was able to just cut that out. Now, obviously, if you're doing this, and then you put your ducting in, and you find that your ducting's not right, if it's falling in, then you're going to have your diamond core bit with you. You're going to have the drill. So to correct it, what you could do, because you've got to mount the fan anyway, then you could, with your core, cut a hole in a piece of plywood, maybe a little bit of thicker board, it's up to you. Attach it, fix it to the wall, secure it in the position where you want it, just above the hole again. So then you'll have a small crescent that you can bore out. That will give you a guide, won't be a problem. Once you've then got that room, then when you lift this up slightly, then the bottom edge of the ducting and outside the top edge of the ducting will want trimming slightly. So you'll just a slight angle, you'll just have to take a little bit off this edge, and then again a little bit off inside. Yeah. Then I used a small spacer, plastic spacer underneath, foamed it, removed that spacer, and then when it was cured enough, remove that spacer and then just put a touch more foam in. That held it. And I could just cut back the foam slightly and then use some undercoat plaster. Like I say, that's not been a problem. So now I can start to fill this. So I'll put this back, put the fan back, but I won't put the cover on. I need to address a bit of filling here. Also, when I cut and measured this channel to sit in over the cable to protect it, it wasn't sitting behind the plaster. So I had to unpin it. Obviously, when this come down, the whole lot was unpinned. Then with a chisel, I had to chase the brick out so the cable will sit, and then the channel over the top and behind the plasterwork. So now I've got my pins, I've got my hammer. Just finish off clipping this in and get it covered up. I've already started putting this channel in. It has got a matte finish to it, but to ensure that the plaster is going to stick, I've just used an 80 grit paper just to give it a rough scratch before I put it in. Just makes it a bit easier. So now, finding a mortar line there, I just want to pop a little hole in the side of this channel. Now I can pin it. You can use adhesive if you want. Punch, just so I don't damage any of the channel. That's just so it's holding it, so there's no movement in that, and you can alternate them as you go up. I've put some Sudol gap filling foam just in any really deep bits. Save a little bit of plaster. Once that's secure, I'll mix some plaster, start at the bottom and work up. Just leave that fan in place. Once this is dry, it should be hard enough to key. So I've already done it. You can see where I've just worked with the blade, just running. Just gives somewhere for the filler to sit. The next layer of plaster. I'm going to be using polyfiller over this, but that's good. That's got me on, getting to where I should be. Good job.